Hey everybody, Asher here back with more Starsector 0.95a update. And despite some setbacks last time, we're still doing really good given everything that's going on. I mean, I did lose one new ship here. I lost a lot of my support ships down here. But we are going to be going to pick up our big Legion 14th Battle Fleet edition, and we're going to be equipping that today. But before we do that, there are some things that I need to kind of take care of, some housekeeping, if you will. One thing I noted just from looking at the video before is that my cargo capacity is down a little bit. I'd like to figure that out. And my fuel situation, despite having some pretty nice fuel here, once we get the Legion, that's going to be a bit of a gas guzzler and is going to make it so that we can't necessarily get to where we want to go. So since we are already near some planets here, I at least want to see if there is like a good fuel tanker available or a good shipping vessel available. I mean, there's a Colossus. I mean, we have, I was expecting a little more from you guys. Their maximum burn is 7, which will turn into an 8, I believe, with our current skill here. This is 900 cargo capacity. I do want to check my fleet just to make sure, because when I was kind of doing an inventory after everything was out here, I did realize that one of my buffaloes here actually does have a fleet speed of 7, which isn't going to be too big of a deal because the Legion is also a little bit slower, but that's going to give us a lot more cargo room. I mean, I think I actually, if I remember right, saw something on Reddit recently about like, hey, look, you might want to pay attention if you find an atlas floating around. This isn't an atlas, but this is a start. So it's going to make us shine like a giant ass beacon for sensors, but I think it is worth the 64,000 credits to go ahead and get it. So that's one ship down. Let's go ahead and hit the refit screen on this as well. We're just going to auto fit. And the other thing I kind of want to do here is just take a look in the weapons market real quick and just see kind of what they have available, if anything, that's interesting. Mainly trying to look for some more energy weapons, if at all possible. So I'm just trying to think about what I have. Like, we have heavy mortars, we have a lot of stuff. It's like I have gear available for my happy little Legion, but we are always on the lookout for maybe some more good things. Alright, so let's repair our ship since we're here. 6 supplies. And since we're kind of on the way out already, let's go visit you guys one more time. So this is going to... Okay, we have pirates that are trying to both probe and run away from us. So we got pulsed. That's fun. There's a Sunder class destroyer that's a derelict ship that I didn't actually salvage. Well, that's too bad. But yeah, see, even though we have the 7 there, we are flying at a 16 speed for our sustained burn. And yes, also I realize now that you can press shift to fly a little bit faster and speed up some time. That's good, but one of the things that we're going to be doing here, I do have potential to talk to people in the dockside bar. And she does have like things like, let's go ahead and hire 150 Marines and do this. There is some good stuff that can come from that. Thank you for the comments for pointing that out. I'm not going to be doing it yet, though I have some other homework I want to be doing first. So Mining Blaster's pretty good. Thumper's pretty good. I still need to get around to changing the update here as well. And I can't even see what's on the black market here, but we do have a Squall MLRNS that I can't talk. So we've got some decent weapons. The bigger thing that's interesting, though, I'm going to go ahead and take these 2 hammer barrage missiles. So that's nice. Thank you very much. Let's look at your fleets. Maybe, ooh, that's right. They have the Colossus. We have some heavy tankers. These do burn a little slow, so I'm not really interested in taking one of those today, but the Phaeton tankers, by all means, I'm kind of happy to take one of those. We also have a no demod pirate cruiser, which would take up the rest of our money. So we're not there. We're not there yet. That's kind of the thing up here too. Is like this will take a big chunk of our money. One thing that is really encouraging, though, I might actually buy 2 of these, just so I can have that much more fuel. I think that's a good call since they have no demods. We are paying a little bit more because we're not buying on the black market, but I'm not really looking to stay here on that. But One thing just to keep in mind going forward is that I am still in the first year of everything that's going on. Let me just double check this real quick. All right. I'm still in the first year of everything that's going on, and I still am actually getting my income stipend from here for 26 months. I already have some good exploration. We still have some good systems that we want to try to explore out here. So far, these yellow stars have been uninspiring. I still want to get back to Morgana just to see what that does, and we're gonna go on the way over here to look at some of these yellow stars. And we actually have Orange Star, Duzak, and Penelope's star as well that we can potentially look at as a potential for planets, but I kind of want to start with the yellow stars first because I'd rather not kind of be tucked in the middle of everybody if I don't have to be. So let's go ahead and repair here. Can we buy enough fuel to get us out? I think we can. Do I buy it on the black market? It's 28,000 versus a lot. Well, we can't hold that much. Let's buy some of it on the black market. We bought our ships. Are they really going to take our black market fuel away? Can you tell once we start mixing this up what's from where? Maybe, possibly. All right, so we don't have a ton of money right now. We still have these gamma cores. I can turn them into a tri-tachyon planet, which is probably a good thing for me to check and see if there is one kind of nearby or available. We can possibly go there on the way out. We'll see what the Legion looks like, because I certainly have my own ideas of what a good Legion looks like, but we're at the beginning of the game. I have D-mods that are on it. We're just going to have to make do with what we got for the time being and work our way there and hopefully not get ourselves killed. We actually improved our relations with the Sindrian just by trading with them, so that's a plus. We're going to be trying to do some of this flying without causing too much trouble here. And we are going to continue to look for what are these new missions, just in case we can get something along the way. That would be nice. We actually want to... we're going to fly right into the yellow star here. And we have surveying another... Ooh, we have a jungle world survey. You know what? That's pretty damn far. But if we're already in this neighborhood anyway, let's at least do it. And we'll see kind of what comes of it. Because right now our accepted missions have us going like down here. Oh my god, I actually took one in the far corner anyway. So yeah, I'm going to need every single drop of fuel that I can get. But let's go to the abandoned terraforming platform first. And see how that goes. It means I'm going to need to load up on some supplies as well, which is going to be a very curious balance of, hey, what happened to all my money? But it is okay. So there's our independence. You actually have another analyze the derelict ship once again. Oh wow, it's actually exactly where I'm going already. So the hegemony, or however you want to pronounce it, yeah, we can be good people here. So let's go ahead and put up some of our stuff. We maybe don't need all of these, but we're gonna kind of take what we can get. I am gonna go ahead and take all the weapons out and just sort everything together. Sounds good. All right, so let's look at the big deal here. We're not taking the Zenith out. We're taking the good Sunrise. It's seen better days for sure. But you can see already we are at a crew deficit. So that's a plus. Once again, it does have 3D mods, which is unfortunate, but fixable. So to facilitate in fixing that, let's go ahead and go over here. If we repaired our shipyard, it only took 109 supplies. That's way less than I expected. But we're under crew strength. So how much are we under crew strength? Enough that we can make up for it maybe with the money that we have. Maybe if we buy it off the black market. Don't pay that tariff mess here. But yeah, one of the things with running carriers is that we really have to watch our crew amount, so that's going to be a little bit of an issue going forward. But there's the start. We have a few other things available. We actually have a Xiphos LPC available. I wonder if I sold that to them at some point. Instant regret, perhaps, but let's do the fleet thing. We have 212 ordnance points, and this is a good point to point out as I'm saying everything pointedly. It's going to take 1,000,000 credits. We don't have 1,000,000 credits to remove these demods, but we are going to do that. You do that for a ship like this. Another thing that we can do is use a story mine, a story point to build in a hull mod at 0 cost and make them unremovable. So no hull mods installed, that could be built into the hull. So I guess, and how many do we have to do? We have 2 that we can do. Costing less than 40 grants the bonus experience. Cheaper, granting more. So if we like do this, for instance, we have efficiency overhaul, reduces the supply used for maintenance. Minimum crew 20%, increases combat readiness and recovery repair rates by 50%. That's actually pretty massive for this thing here. We also have integrated targeting computer. That could be really good because that's going to be 60%, and that one costs 25. Another thing that we can put in here is let's see. Reinforced bulkheads probably too much. Recovery shuttles is kind of mandatory for what I'm going to be running, but I'm not sure if I necessarily want to do that as a permanent thing, because we could do recovery shuttles, not augmented field drive. Dedicated targeting core is just not going to be as good, although we could put it here. Integrated targeting unit, yeah, it just gives 60% range. It's just better. Then auxiliary thrusters increases the ship's mobility by 50%. Huh. Well, let's go ahead and pick our mods first. So integrated targeting units, efficiency overhaul. Where was that? I kind of want to do recovery shuttles as well, but efficiency overhaul. That's all good. So if we go back and we can actually use some story points to build into here. How many story points do we have? We have 7 available. I don't know why that one has a lock symbol beside it, but that's fine. I think we do auxiliary thrusters and integrating targeting unit. Those you can't really go wrong. I'll think about it. Definitely let me know in the comments, but I'm going to go ahead and add this in for now. So that means we get that in there, and we don't have to worry about the cost for it anymore. So next, large missile turret. We have a Squall MLRS. We have a Hammer Barrage. We actually have a Hammer Merv here. I think I have another one sitting around. I thought I did. Well, we'll figure that out in just a minute, because we're going to put a Hammer Barrage over here. And I mean, Squalls are good. Okay, I have a Pylum sitting in here as well. Interesting that we can't do the Locust. Oh, that's because we can't afford it. Okay, that would be a good reason to not do that. Okay, Hammer Barrage, Locust, anything else? Do we have any other? You have a Pylum LRM launcher. All right. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything that's available over here, because we got a lot of tankers. We don't have a lot of money. We're about to get some allowance though. Heavy autocannon is okay. Do I have anything that's 2 missiles other than like, we have a lot of medium joints here. I guess I'll do a Hurricane and a Hammer. What's the range on the Hurricane? So I guess my better question. 2,500. I should really do things that have similar range. So we'll put those on. One thing that I'm very glad that somebody pointed out to me is that this has been here for a while. We can do those on alternating. Now the other thing here, like I said, the tip that I got for a lot of these is that you don't need to fill up all of your stuff here. Let's go ahead and put me in the pilot seat. What are we waiting for? Okay, I have a broadsword. I think I want to run like 2 fighters and 2 bombers for now. Daggers are good. Piranhas are acceptable. So we have 2 fighters, 2 bombers. Xiphoses are obviously like the hotness from the last patch. They did get changed a little bit, but we'll see here. And then I think it's pretty much going to be like for our guns here. We have a heavy autocannon. So we have 3 medium ballistic turrets, 4, 5. We have a flat cannon over here. What can we put in here? We have some heavy needlers. We have some dual flat cannons. We have things that we can buy. I think what I'll do at this point is just put in a heavy needler over here. Then we can put dual flat cannons on these sides just for some extra point defense. And what about the small ballistic turrets? Ooh, we could be spending a little bit of money that we don't really have. Like dual autocannons are fine. Vulcan cannons are nice point defense. We have Vulcan cannon over here, Vulcan cannon over here. Let's just keep it consistent. Vulcan cannon over here, Vulcan cannon over here, Vulcan cannon over here. So we should be able to pull a ballistic off of something that's not really using it. It's like there's a hammer barrage, hammer barrage. Since you're being controlled by the AI now, let's put a better pilot in here. She's timid, which is a little unfortunate. So I'd kind of would rather have my 2 energy mastery people piloting these. So since she's timid, I'm keeping her on the Heron, and hopefully that works out. All right, so anything pulse laser, pulse laser, pulse laser, heavy burst, sabots. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I don't have like anything really exciting in here. Like I'll be honest with you, the heavy autocannon, the heavy needler, those are all okay. It's just more of a, at this point, let's see how it works. Like I could put in a damn thumper if I wanted to. We just don't have a lot of options. So I'll put in the heavy mortar because this should all be 700 range, 100 range, 750. All right, so heavy autocannon. These are our 3 front ones. They're not going to be on auto fire. And I'll just put these in the same weapon groups here. And these will be auto fire. The dual flat cannons out there will also be auto fire. And anything else I can add here? I have recovery shuttles. Like, I don't always do this kind of stuff on camera, but I kind of want to put my thought process out here just so that you all can kind of pick me apart. Like, expanded magazines seems pretty nice. I already have recovery shuttles. So I really think, since we have the auxiliary thrusters on here, and I could build in the auxiliary thrusters, because right now our top speed is a little sad. I think at this point we just do this and like do this, because you want vents on these. But we're gonna work on these D mods, like degraded shields sucks, erratic fuel injector sucks, malfunctioning comms really sucks. But we'll make it work, and we have no money, so that's a lot of fun. Takes 15 more supplies to repair that. And look at the man, it's disappointing to see the seedy looking traders here. I need 200 units of domestic goods delivered to Chatham 5 light years away. I don't ask questions. It's a full payment, market rate 150 per unit for 350 total delivery in the contract. So he's going to give that to us, right? Where is Kethlin is, I guess, my first question here. Because I will happily take that money. Let's not just do the current system. Let's do all systems. There's got to be a better way to do this, but we're doing it this way. CE, Citadel, Jew. Ugh. Kethlin. All right, it's to the east. Is it? I can't have read that right. Well, the problem is I don't know if he's giving us the domestic goods, because normally it will prompt us. Yeah, we're just going to ignore these for the time being. I've got other places to be, but if we look out here, you can see our fuel range has suddenly gotten a little bit shorter. So I think what I'm going to do instead of all this is that now that our fleet is this, it's a little sad that I don't have anybody flying this. Maybe I put you in here even though you're timid, just because you have other good stats, and we let the AI take that over until I get a better officer. Now that's something I might be able to get while I'm flying here, except I can't afford anybody right now. But yeah, officer for hire, what can you do? Gunnery implants, he's steady. And we have 500 credits to our name. Can probably sell something. Can sell 2 talons. Can sell 2 talons on the black markets. Get that. All that for a stupid officer. Sounds good. Look at all that money we have. Now the fun part is at the end of the month we might be looking at losing money before this all goes, but now that we have a few green officers here, what that's going to mean is that maybe finally I can start to have somebody who specializes. Like, he has gunnery implants, good for auto-firing weapons, ballistic and energy range, but maybe we can start having you guys like work towards getting better carrier stats, because I'd like to have a few AI carrier people. So, final refit here. These missiles are not a done deal. We'll see if I can get this ship not killed. Alright, so let's fly over to Magic, and we're gonna turn in some AI cores for a little cash injection here. And we're gonna hit the shift button. Once again, this doesn't make me fly faster, it just makes the game go a little faster. But I'm gonna need some more supplies, and I'm gonna need some more fuel, because we're taking 5.4 supplies per day. We have what? Hostile, that's a threat to my fleet. Okay, let's give them just 5, 4, 3. We'll let the trader go through first. Nothing said, no honor among thieves. Alright. So we'll visit some tri-tach. It's interesting that, okay, let's see what else is here on our contracts. If we go over to Intel, that's may not be really on our leg here, but right now we have accepted missions. 101 days to do these. This is going to be really good for our cash flow. And we should have time to visit those yellow stars as well, so I'm not going to do any stuff on the inner system here if I can avoid it. And we're about to hit Matic anyway, so I don't know if the game's just sending me the wrong direction. Alright. Survey toxic world. Not really on the way. Not for 40k. Alright, so we bumped into a white dwarf. Ow. Here is a space station that is still 3 stars to us. So we have administrators. They're not freelance administrators. A rakish man at the end of the bar. He wants me to go to the Alpha New Biscay system, and he wants me to do what? Whoa, another dead drop in Alpha New Biscay. 120 days. I didn't mean to accept that, but we'll take a look real quick, because I'm pretty sure that's the same black hole system. So apparently maybe we can check out Morgana and Beta Shistril on the way back. Maybe even Beta Sari on the way back. Yeah, these systems, they are prompted as unexplored versus explored. So good to know. Alright, so while we're here, comm relay, we always have an administrator here, and we like to turn in some AI cores. Not as many as maybe I was expecting at this point of the game, but you know, it's money, and tri-tach loves their AI cores. Really interesting that I didn't put Gauss cannons. Oh, I guess it's because I have a 14th Legion and it doesn't have large slots, so I should have put those back. Not smart on my end. Okay, I don't really feel like pissing them off very much So we're just going to take these supplies and carry on. All right. Anywhere else we can fly to on the way out? We have Nova Maximos. Should be all right. We can piss off the Independents as much as we want. I am very curious to see when January 31st rolls around what's going to happen to our bank account. Okay, we haven't analyzed the derelict ship. That is in the wrong direction. That's not what we're looking for. It's like, are you my mama? Oh my god, yeah, we're bleeding money. Wow, how many more asteroids can I hit here? Okay, so this is a little problematic, but only because it's making me think. First off, I need to sell like a bunch of my heavy machinery, which is fine. We're gonna buy we can't buy out the supplies. We can buy probably 20,000's worth, and we're gonna need to deal with some contracts here in just a little bit. This is probably not all the fuel I need, but it's enough fuel to get us on a okay, that's still a one-way trip over here. Well, this is what we say at this point. I need the money. We're gonna make it work. And that'll be fine. I don't really want to sell too much here. I could sell some of these. I probably could have sold some of my terraforming gear. If I look at my accepted missions here, I only need 5 heavy machinery to do that survey because I have 2 freaking apogees. So let's sell 40 more. All right, and hopefully we don't go bankrupt. Can probably sell 1 Gauss cannon just for good measure. All right, so if this is not enough to get us through, then at least what the plan's going to be is that if we can't get this survey ship, at least we can get this derelict ship and this probe. And then we just circle our way back. So if we end up losing this contract over here, whatevs. That means we may be hitting these on the way back. I kind of feel like I need to directly go over here because we need the money. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, none of you guys are really interested in my trading because you're trading organs and shit to people. So let's see if we can avoid bankruptcy by exploring. Hopefully we can. Like I said, we have a ton of supplies. We're just incredibly fuel hungry. While we're here, let's make ourselves depressed real quick. Are there any bounties in the system? Good. There's no bounties in this corner of the galaxy anyway. So that D-mod that makes the Legion suck up extra fuel is gonna kill our fuel usage for a while. They're running from us. That's hilarious. I guess if we're flying a freaking 14th Battlegroup Legion, they really don't know who we are. Okay, what do we got here? We got a medium warning beacon. Okay, well, medium warning beacons are not bad. We can probably take those now, to be honest. Of course, that's famous last words because I disrespected the pirates last time, forgetting that in the patch notes... Oh, there's a fleet down here. In the patch notes, that one of the things that pirates and other people get is better ship loadouts, which is how we ended up getting wrecked by bombers supported by lasers on a space station. So hopefully, my goal is to have enough fuel and enough supplies to get through. Getting shot out of a cannon all the way over here is probably not the way to do that, and we have, once again, tiny sensor pings. I could be doing all, like I said, I could, whoa, I just emergency burned. That's really terrible. That's what I get for having 4 versus 5, but how close are we? We're pretty close. And we need to pay attention to this big fuel ring, because that's going to determine whether or not we're going to be crying in a emergency, saying, please help us. Why did I take my Rolls Royce out to the corner of the galaxy here? Well, the reason I took it is because you always have concerns about things like, well, is the quest that I'm doing going to be in a system that has a red beacon on it? But let's see here. Gamma abandoned star. Okay, that would be right here. Whoa, wait, what? Some distance away from the center of the Gamma abandoned star system. Oh, that's that one. Okay. So, derelict shipped, in the asteroid belt, and in the heart. Alright, that's better. This one's actually a little bit terrifying because it's some distance away, so we don't exactly know. That one could be really good because survey ships have a lot of great info on them. But we're, this is where we want to go. I don't know. I guess it's trying to lead me to the fringe jump point. I guess it's probably safer than landing inside a star. Alright, so there's a probe. That's not the quest probe. So let's check it out. We explore. There's automated defenses. Let's see. We have a lot of supplies. I probably don't need to punch all these people out here, but I just kind of want to see it, you know? So if we just put everybody behind me, we're going to go ahead and deploy our fighters here. Now there's two modes here. There's the engage mode, and they're currently set to engage, so we regroup them right now. And yeah, our apogees are moving up because we got some aggressive people. So let's see what we got over here. Engage on you. Let's fire a ton of missiles. So easy. Like I said, legions are fun. They're designed to take on a little more than this, so claim victory, rip the picture of the ship we saw before, but pick through the wreckage. It's stuff. And we got another skill point and another story point for that fight. So we need to start taking some fights like this. We got plenty of volatiles location. Begin some salvage. Like, this is what we need. We need some fuel. And we always do the second salvage now. And that's all she wrote. So, once again, we have 74 days to complete this. Probe in the heart, and ship located in the asteroid belt. Well, it probably doesn't hurt to ping. That's a lot of contacts. I love it. That means we are not wasting our time here. And if we have to get in a fight, then we get in a fight. This looks like this might be our quest. There we go. So, Mudskipper civilian transport. Kind of uninspiring. But it's 70,000. We're not recovering that. Alright. But yeah, suddenly we're not doing spring broke over here. Alright, we've got this that we're going to have to emergency burn into. Right, yep. Alright, run the sensor package for even more money. And they have automated defenses as well that we're going to engage in. We're going to continue here. And who do I bring out here? Definitely you guys, and I think you guys, and we can kind of bench those two. Should be okay. Like we want to give experience to. We'll bring you out. We want to give experience to our young pups here. So here we go. 5 ships, but this is how the game starts to look, where you have kind of everybody all around you. So there's all of our fighters. They're regrouped. And there's someone firing missiles right away. Just trying to get some good screen grabs because I'm a freaking tourist here. So here comes our ships. Oh my god, look at that. Look at those guns. And my flux rate is like doing nothing right now. Like that's kind of what we want to see. Alright. So we win, right? Okay, pick through the wreckage. Oh, another AI core. Good. That makes this even more worth it. And we get a derelict domain era survey ship location, which is good because that is something that's not going to disappear with the quest. And a second AI core, so that's nice. And we get to salvage in the heat. Alright, so we're going to take all that. Alright, so we're going to be doing some repairs for a little bit. How's our flight profile? We can go over here. I just don't know if we can make it back is the problem. I mean, to go all the way over there, we're really going to have to hit a jackpot on the survey ship. And hope we get something on the way back. Or maybe we could distress signal some pirates over here. We have 92 days to do this, 69 days to do this. It's probably safer if we survey the jungle world, but let's see. I got a few other pings over here. There might be some fuel. Okay. Nothing else too exciting. We are losing money like crazy. Whoa. More probes. Alright. And where there's more probes, there's probably more automated defenses. So let's engage the automated defenses. Maybe this time... Well, you guys are still recovering, so let me drop myself in there. And, this might be okay. Just kind of keep everybody back here. I'll take the lead this time, because I'm in a freaking Legion. So hopefully we're not taking too many fights in succession. I was about to say, I think the Legion has like a, oh my god, we're rocket boosting like crazy, and I was totally right. Okay, so we've gotten ourselves in a little bit of danger. Look at the fire exchange though. All right. Definitely useful. There's our flux capacity. And there's our battleships. So the enemy's defeated. Actually lost a little bit of combat readiness there, but we get supplies, we get some tiny guns, and we get a little more experience. And we found another domain derelict ship location, so we're just going to keep building up the supplies here. Do our second salvage. And then let's do the same thing over here. Ship location. Oh good, we didn't actually have to fight. That's really fortunate because I was kind of getting worried about combat readiness. That's nice that we have a fleet that's big enough to where we can rotate our ships. Alright, we have one story point right now. I've taken fighter uplink. Do we go all the way for redacted early? The other option, makeshift equipment, is interesting because it reduces monthly supply consumption for ship maintenance. I'm not emergency bird no longer reduces combat readiness is nice. I think at this point we could either do flux regulation. which would definitely be a plus over doing anything with phase ships, which I don't have. Or we could do either helmsmanship or strike commander, which I would be doing strike commander at this point because I have a piloted ship and we are going to spend a story point on it. And there's our first combat skill. Cool. Alright, any other bonus treats here? Doesn't look like it, so one more time with feeling. I'm pretty sure now we can make it over here and back. It's going to be a little tight possibly to make it back with everything else, but I have faith that we're going to find more stuff in that red giant to shoot or shoot down. So this system has probably revealed its secrets to us. More importantly, it revealed the money to us. But because I've been able to build up my fleet so fast, one thing I've got to be very concerned about here, we actually have a yellow star system right here. That's 90,000 money though. So if we can pull the jackpot off, we can go down here, up here, possibly make our way back here. If we want to play it safe, we go survey the jungle planet. It's a bit of a choice. I think what's probably going to be the best bet, though, is just take a minute to think about it. I'm going to call this an episode here. I mean, we did a lot of work with the Legion, but so far, so good. I mean, we've been fighting a bunch of tiny probes, but still, proof and concept that it can pack a punch. And we have some really good backup ships for it. I'd love to have like a third carrier behind it, but we need to do things like building up our captains. These guys aren't even quite leveling up as fast, but they only have 5 levels to do, so we've got to start picking some more fights. I've been running from fights before, now it's time to take the fights. So that's it for now. This is Asher with Starsector. Like this video if you liked it. Feel free to break down or build up any of my builds or loadouts here, because I'm always happy to hear how other people are doing this, but we will do this again soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.